Look, man, players mess up. Players mess up. In fact, I'm gonna let Day Day tell y'all.
Cause I'm a player, nigga. I'm a pimp, and I don't have to deal with.
You got your shirt on backwards, player.
Players fuck up.
See? Yeah, man, I confused Teddy for Bobby. I did it, man. I was cleaning. And when I grew up, man, when we cleaned, we, put on that old school music. So I listened to a whole lot of Al Green, a whole lot of them Isley brothers. You know, Lil Teddy, just a little bit, Lil Bobby, obviously, But Teddy came on after Bobby. Yeah, that Love TKO hit my ears, man. And I was vibing. I was like, sing it, Teddy. You know how we do. We can't just let the person sing. We got to yell through the radio as if they could hear us or something.
Players fuck up.
So what I want to talk about today, man, is being careful who you ride for, okay? Be careful who you align yourself with, because their downfall could lead to yours. And if y'all rocking like that, it is what it is. But if not, you have to put just enough distance between yourself and that individual to where your individual moves can be seen. And that applies on so many levels. Like right now, you have this stuff going on with Diddy, and this has Meek in the news every day. You see what I'm saying? And what's done in the dark is going to come to light. This has been a saying that's been around long before I've been alive. Something I completely understand, right? But before that, it was Epstein. You had the DJ Envy situation where Caesar got caught up in all the scams, right? You got the RICO situations going on, First it was New York, then it was Georgia, or it is Georgia, I want to say. Whereas a lot of people get caught up in that Gunna situation where, it really ain't no dirt on them, but that association bring them down just the same. And those are just the high profile things, right? But this happens on a regular person's level also. You can be let go of your job because of, a person that they're moving on from, and they see that you guys are closely associated with each other. And even if they don't get you then, that might put eyes on you unnecessarily. You can be overlooked for a promotion for the same reason. You could be knocked off in the streets, obviously, because of your association with other people. You can see how that whole situation is playing out in Memphis, where if anyone had any association with someone, they're liable to get taken out behind off. Your association can also get you caught up in a RICO. It ain't just famous motherfuckers in that YSL RICO, right? Gunna and Thugger are just the names. But, I don't know how many got picked up on that. I seen it out in the streets here in, 2001 Vegas, when the 6-0s and Gersons was going at each other? Yeah, them feds came through this motherfucker. You might be overlooked by a man or woman that you're into because of the company you keep. They might see them doing something, some shameful acts, and figure that birds of a feather flock together. And so that keeps them away from you. Again, make sure your individual moves are seen. Think Snoop Dogg. When that East Coast, West Coast beef was going on, Snoop kept quiet. In fact, that's why Pac was upset with him before he passed. Because, Snoop was like, yeah, I like some of them dudes. I would work with some of them dudes, right? He was on death row, but he made his individual move. Like, okay, that got to do with Pac. I ain't got no problem with them. Do y'all think Snoop, if he was riding with Pac, would have been able to go back to New York today? No, that man said, that's how he feel. This how I feel. He don't speak for me. We cool, but we individuals. And that man continued to make music, play roles in films, cooking with Martha Stewart, coaching football. His career would have been over in 97. Instead, he has had a 33-year career because of simple things like that. That big old East Coast, West Coast media narrative. And he managed to avoid all of that by just keeping quiet on the beef, but speaking when necessary to make sure that he was seen as an individual. Again, this is just a quick take, so I don't want to go too long. Just make sure you're careful who you're riding for. Subscribe to the channel, man.